Yes! Beat Sonic episode 1! At last! We're on episode 2. Sonic 4 Episode 2. So it's been nearly 2 years since release Episode 1, so let's see if this episode does any better. And by the way, the reason being I didn't review Sonic 4 Episode 1 is because it's pretty late to review it now, because I got it on Steam. So, Sonic 4 Episode 1 was a good game, but there are quite a lot of problems in it that made me not want to replay the game constantly. The physics, level design, and all that jazz. Now I have Sonic 4 Episode 2, which before its release I heard had quite good results from different people, especially with the change to physics, and well, that was the main thing I heard actually. So with that said, let's see how the gameplay goes as opposed to Episode 1. So in the beginning we see Sonic and Tails is back? Yes! So Sonic and Tails and Sylvania Castle and the adventure starts from there. Okay. There's a bit more of a story to it, but I haven't read those comics, so I don't actually know. So the main objective in this game is to defeat Dr. Eggman and Metal Sonic. So why is Metal Sonic here? Well, I'll get to that later. So yeah, story-wise it's very basic, much like the classics. Now Sonic still runs fast, can spin dash, and is back with the homing attack, which is still more useful to gain speed as well as just rolling down slopes. Oh yeah, you can roll down slopes now, but not to the degree the classics did. But yes, that means because of the homing attack we have return of the bubble chains. Why bubbles? New to the game are combo moves which require Tails. They're utilised simply by the press of the tag team button, which also means Tails must come with you at all times as the combo moves may be mandatory in certain sections. First off is flying. We all know this from the classics, but it's slightly different here as the time when Tails runs out of energy is a bit random. It can be really annoying, but the flying itself can be really useful for saving yourself from certain death. Swimming is similar to flying, but there's no limit to its use. Lastly, the so-called Super Sexy 69 Spin Attack. This allows you to become an invincible board that runs at high speeds and destroys anything in its path. So the game includes 5 zones excluding Episode Metal, which I think is a different zone altogether. Sylvania Castle is basically an Quantic Ruins replica, but still has some new elements as opposed to Quantic Ruins, like having spinning gears and moving platforms. White Park is a snowy level by a carnival. Wow, the level design is awesome. Ah, damn it! Oil Desert is oil ocean mix of chemical plants? I don't know, I'm just going on what Johnny said that one time. It's an okay level for the most part, but it can be really annoying, especially Act 1 due to the bad next placements. Sky Fortress. Just say it's a sky chasing swing fortress shipping and becoming a couple. For the most part it's quite easy though. Bullcrap. Returning from Sonic 3 and Knuckles? Loop-de-doos! Whee! Death Egg Mark II. Not a really large level, I mean there's not even any badniks, just springs and speed boosters. Everywhere. Now with all the zones in mind, unfortunately level design is still Sonic the Hedgehog 4. There's still too many springs and speed boosters. Hidden throughout each act is a red ring, but they do absolutely nothing besides getting an achievement. I mean, the only reason why I got it is because I wanted the achievement, that's it. Now the boss fights are rather interesting. Dr. Eggman's fights are quite boring and a bit long. Metal Sonic's boss fights are a bit more interesting, but that's probably because Metal Sonic's been introduced in this game as like the main villain. Once again, if you get 50 rings, you can get a giant ring at the end of the act to enter a special stage. Oh come on, not again, not the half pipe. Actually, for the most part, these special stages are actually easier than Sonic Hedgehog 2, but special stages 6 and 7 are just annoying. You have to be pretty much exact with them, which these special stages weren't designed for. When you do get all 7 Chaos Emeralds, you can transform into Super Sonic once again and blast off at great speeds. Unfortunately, the physics are actually Sonic 4 Episode 1 of this, but at the same time, that might be a good thing. Another bad thing is that if you go into a combo attack while you're on Super Sonic, you actually drop Super Sonic form, which means if you have less than 50 rings when you exit the combo moves, then you can't go into Super Sonic until you get at least 50 rings. Graphics wise, the games look so much better than episode 1. The ground is no longer 2D and plastic, we now get 3D platforms with better textures. I still would have liked it if the gameplay was similar to what Sonic Generations did with the twists and turns here and there. The running animation is also a lot better than episode 1. Again, Generations I think did better, but then again that's probably because it was classic Sonic there, not a modern styled Sonic. Music wise, it isn't really that memorable. The only main tracks I actually liked were Sylvania Castle Act 2 and the Death Egg Mark II. There have been others I liked, but most of them are just too short and just bad. So in the end, Sonic 4 Episode 2 is a good game, but like Episode 1, it's not one I'll replay constantly. It's just that nothing in this game really stands out to me to want me to play it again. The gameplay is good for the most part, but there's still a lot of frustrating sections. I mean, there's some decent bosses, great graphics and average music, and that's about it. So in the end, Sonic 4 Saga, being rated the classics, it just doesn't work. Hardly anything in this game is much like the classics, the level design is nothing like it. Where are the roots? The Sonic 4 Saga acts nothing like the classics. I mean, it's 2D, yeah, but that's pretty much about it. So with that said, I'll give the game a 7.5 out of 10. I mean, as a standalone game it's pretty good, but trying to relate it to the classics just doesn't work. But otherwise I don't think there's anything else for me to talk about. Oh wait a moment. Episode Metal, only unlockable if you have Sonic 4 Episode 1 and Episode 2 on the same system. Now Sonic 4 is now going to be rated to Sonic CD for some reason. After Sonic comes back from Little Planet and gains energy from this thing in Lost Labyrinth Zone, and gets control him in 4 different levels that appeared in Sonic Hedgehog 4 Episode 1. The main problem is that he acts exactly like Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, yeah, he's heavier and slower acceleration, but he still has a homing attack and all that. The level design is absolutely downright lazy. It's pretty much copy and paste with slight alterations, which also makes levels about, say, 20% cheaper. Oh, what? So honestly, I don't think I'm missing much. Alright, so that's it. So if they're making episode 3, I don't know. But if they do, I hope they fix pretty much everything. Physics, level design, music, which they're all certainly capable of doing. With that said, thank you for watching and take care.